Hey guys, DNMHGC here. We apologize for the lack of videos over the past few weeks because we've been busy with a bunch of stuff. So we're bringing you another hockey video today. We're going to be talking about stuff going on in the NHL with the trade deadline and how the teams are looking at the midpoint of the season, and some Olympic hockey with the Korean Olympics going on right now. So we're just going to be talking about that.
The Unified Korean Olympics.
Yes, good point, good point. Anyway, speaking of that unified Korea, I think they played their first game either this morning or last night. They played Team Sweden and
I saw the
no,
game.
not Sweden, Switzerland.
I saw the game this morning. I caught the end of it. Switzerland won 8-0 over Unified Korea.
All right. I didn't know that until now. All right. Well, it's only their first game of this Olympics, so I'm sure they'll be improving. And
for those of you who are staying up, I learned that at 2:00 in the morning it's going to be Women's USA versus Finland for hockey. So
that should be interesting.
If you want to stay up, then
yeah,
catch the game. I don't think I'm going to stay up. I'll at least try, but
yeah. Also, we apologize for the laggy camera. I don't know why it's like this. It's never like this, but yeah, whatever. Alright, anyway, switching over to the NHL. It's the mid-season, and some interesting turnouts for many teams throughout the league. Like, Tampa Bay has been first in the league for pretty much the entire season, and Vegas is closely behind, which is a total surprise to everyone because, at the beginning of the season, everyone thought, oh, they're a new expansion team. Oh, they're going to do terrible. Oh, this, that. No. I mean, look at this. If you could see it, Vegas is number 2. And surprisingly, Boston is number 3, which I'm kind of surprised about. No surprise that Arizona and Buffalo are the bottom 2. So, yeah. Do you have anything to add about this?
Well, teams that have done well last year have clearly dropped this year after the Winter Classic or All-Star game. Like, for instance, we got, surprisingly, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Devils fan, just so you guys know, Rangers have actually dropped from where they were last season.
Significantly.
Carolina, I would say, has done surprisingly well.
Yeah, I'd say they're kind of pulling themselves together. They're kind of doing better than they have been in the past few years.
The defending Cup champion Penguins are
14th. They're 14th right now.
So that's not really that bad for defending champion.
Over the past couple of weeks, they were in danger of missing the playoffs because they were further down the leaderboards. And one team I'm actually really surprised by is Chicago, because, I mean, this could possibly have something to do with last year's disaster of a playoffs for them, but they're currently in 23rd as of the time we're recording this, and that's incredibly surprising for me because, over the past decade, they've been a juggernaut, and now they're in danger of missing out on the playoffs.
And the defending Western Conference champion Nashville Predators they're in 4th, hoping to win a cup this year after their disappointing loss to the Penguins last year.
Also, Winnipeg is they're tied with Nashville, actually. I know last year they missed the playoffs. In the years that they did make the playoffs, they didn't do too well after relocating from Atlanta. But this year looks to be promising for them, and I think it would be pretty good for them if they did make the playoffs, because when they did make the playoffs a few years ago, I really liked seeing the atmosphere the Jets fans had in that arena. So, yeah.
And just to cover up, other, like the Metropolitan has been very close in the playoff hunt, as we all know. The top 3 are the Washington Capitals, Pittsburgh Penguins, and the New Jersey Devils.
Followed closely behind by Philadelphia and the New York Islanders. But, this whole division is... they're all within, 2 or 3 points of each other, so it's basically a mad scramble for the Metro division at this point. In terms of other divisions, like the Atlantic, there's really not much to say there. It's being carried by Tampa Bay, Boston, and Toronto. Everything else is near the bottom of the leaderboards: Florida, Detroit, Montreal, Ottawa, and Buffalo. Uh, Same thing kind of goes for the Pacific. It's being carried by Vegas, Los Angeles, and San Jose, and I guess Calgary and Anaheim too. And for the Central, again, kind of the same thing. Nashville, Winnipeg, St. Louis, Dallas, they're all up there. And I guess you can kind of say Minnesota too, because what are they? They're 11th right now. So yeah, it would be overall. I think these playoffs are going to be kind of interesting because we all know that Vegas is most likely going to make it, and it'll be kind of interesting to see teams like Dallas, Toronto, Winnipeg, Minnesota, possibly Calgary get back into it. But
and again, and this is not coming from a Jersey fan myself, but it would actually be nice if New Jersey can pull it off and make it back into the playoffs for the first time in 5 years?
Maybe 6 or 7.
6. Mm-hmm.
No wait, yeah, 6. Because we're currently in a playoff spot. We're 3rd in the Metro. So.
But anything can happen.
Yeah.
So if anything, don't root your team out yet, because
unless you root for Arizona, Buffalo, Ottawa, Vancouver, Montreal, Edmonton, Detroit, Florida, then you're basically done. I apologize to fans of those teams, but
again, don't quit on your team just because they're doing bad. I mean,
those teams could benefit from either the trade deadline or the draft lottery near the end of the season. So there's always hope for that. Especially Arizona. Arizona's really been benefiting from Clayton Keller's performance. I've been very impressed with. So yeah, speaking of that trade deadline, have you heard anything, like, news-wise?
I can look online now and see what's happening around the NHL.
Lately, what I've been hearing is the Rangers, Rick Nash on the Rangers is a restricted free agent, and I've been watching NHL Network recently, and people have been posting to Twitter their predictions on if Rick Nash is traded, where he will go, what he will be traded for, and stuff like that. There was one ridiculous one I heard. He would be traded to Arizona, and in return, Arizona would trade away Clayton Keller, which is just bogus.
It seems like John Tavares is a big rumor for the Islanders. If the trade deadline plan is ultimate John Tavares gamble. So
I heard he's confirmed staying on the Islanders. Speaking of Islanders fans, you should be happy. You're finally getting a new home. You're finally getting out of Barclays Center. Thank God. Because let's face it, that place is a terrible hockey venue.
You are right when John Tavares says he's not being traded, but it's most likely he will decide to leave as a free agent on July 1st.
All right, we'll keep our eyes on that. Let's see what else. Yeah, other than that, I really haven't heard much of the trade deadline. But yeah, I guess I don't know if there's anything else we want to include.
No.
All right, well I guess that just about wraps it up for this video. I guess.
Keep saying your prayers that your team will make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
We hope to get another video up before playoff time about clinching, since that's going to be coming up soon in late February, probably till middle of March.
Yep.
When the NHL will decide the President's Cup winner, and is there another cup, or is it just President's Cup?
I think it's just the President's
Cup.
I'm making a prediction that's probably either going to go to Tampa Bay or Vegas at this point. Most likely Tampa Bay, but we'll see when the time comes.
I hope, and this is from what I've heard, but I hope Vegas doesn't get the President's Cup. So what I've heard is that if you get the President's Cup, that's bad luck towards the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I can take since after Washington Capitals have won it 2 times in a row.
Yeah, that's
they've never won past the second round.
That's true.
No offense to you Capitals fans out there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I still have faith that Ovechkin can win a cup, so pray to God that he wins one soon.
But the question is, will Ovechkin win it with the Capitals?
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Probably. Yeah, I have good hopes for that. Anyway.
But that's all from us here at Gingham HGC. There's going to be another video coming out soon for a challenge. We won't tell you what it is.
Mystery.
So we'll see you soon in our next video.
And feel free to leave anything you want to discuss with us in the comments below, whether it's about the Olympics, trade deadlines, draft lotteries, anything of that sort.
Or just to say hi.
Yeah, that's always acceptable too. Alright, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. Stop recording.